It was a standalone app. It's downloadable right now on iOS, and it's available all over the world. But what it's based on is kind of Forbes' focus on entrepreneurship, and what we call it is Forbes 8, which is the infinity sign of a entrepreneur's journey, and it's all about providing information in your pocket in an app that everything you need to know about becoming an entrepreneur, starting up a company. It's 3,500 videos that we have in there from both successful entrepreneurs, successful startups, to tutorials on how to write a business plan, how to raise capital, everything you might need to know. Yeah, no, our focus is going to be it's always around technology these days. You have to stay up on new technologies that are coming out. And so for us, we're very focused on adding artificial intelligence elements into our CMS system, as well as looking maybe to partner, to buy, to JV with interesting companies in the AI space. We're firm believers that AI will be very much a part of newsrooms. Already is, and will become increasingly so. So technology, audience, Forbes has done a great job at building a business of scale, but we're a business driven largely by search, and that people find Forbes content. Increasingly, we want to have people look for our content and come directly to us, and we feel we can do this successfully by increasing the engagement and our relationship with our readers. So, without a doubt, I mean, search rules right now, and search is the method for driving audiences, more so even than social. Social is a good way, but a lot of times you are giving your content to social to let them present the way they want and in formats that they want, as opposed to search, which is bringing people directly to your site. So for Forbes, our search ranking is off the charts. It's great. It's kind of one of our really special secret sauces we have. And it's that combination of a really trusted brand, 100-year-old brand, that has all the trust and professionalism that people want in their information, plus this great search ranking that gives us, in almost any search you'll do, somewhere in there is Forbes, and usually pretty high up. Yeah, it's interesting that these two things are conflicting, and that you've got a lot of media companies working towards much deeper understanding of their audiences. At the same time, the privacy issues are coming up. GDPR, the California initiatives that are coming up in January. So it's that's the environment in which we're all just going to operate in. But it means it's more important than ever to have that direct relationship with your audience, where it's all permission-based, that they're giving you permission, and it might be, it's some value exchange that has to go on. So it might be a newsletter, it might be an invitation to an event, it might be webinar, podcast, it could be any number of things, but that people are giving you permission to either involve them, include them, or to market to them because it's content that they find of value and want. So that's going to be, I think, the big initiative going forward is how do we get more people aware that we can't market to them in certain circumstances, and if they want our content, they need to be registering with us and saying, I do want this Forbes content, I do want you to market to me on other things that I might be interested in based on what I've shown you in my profile today. So this is one of the fundamental trends happening around the world, not just in the US. It is truly a global phenomenon that people want purpose in their work, as well as they want to be part of ethical and socially responsible companies. We've partnered, Forbes is famous for its rich list, right? The billionaires list and everything. We have become the definitive measure of wealth around the world, but about 6 years ago or so, we started to ask those billionaires, okay, you've made all this money, now what good are you doing for it, with it? And we have created a philanthropic index, which each of our billionaires are ranked on their philanthropy. And Warren Buffett told us that is the single most important thing we've done to encourage people to join the Giving Pledge. He said, that public listing is important. And that's not the only thing we've done. We've also partnered with the Just 100, Paul Tudor Jones of Wall Street fame. Just 100 is a list we've just published. I think it's our second, perhaps our third list, that are companies that are not only shareholder driven, but are showing social responsibility around their employees, around the communities in which they operate in, and around kind of the greater good of society. And this is a trend that's just beginning, and companies are embracing as hugely important, because they're not going to be able to recruit the people they want if they don't go there, and they'll also, I think, find big backlashes from stockholders and shareholders there.